As the country braced for a possible third indictment against former President Donald Trump yesterday, new charges did indeed come out, but for a different legal case that Trump was already indicted in.
The GOP frontrunner now being accused of deleting surveillance footage at his Mar-a-Lago estate in order to obstruct the ongoing classified documents case. Now, the 60-page indictment says the former president faces 3 new federal charges, including altering, destroying, mutilating, or concealing an object. Court documents also go on to describe former President Trump holding on to a top-secret document dealing with a presentation about military activity in a foreign country.
This new superseding indictment now brings the total number of federal charges against Trump to 40. Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes has read over these new charges and joins us now in studio.
Yeah, and Khalif, we were expecting something possibly from the DOJ on January 6th involving Donald Trump's role in that, but where did this come from?
Well, obviously, it's the continuing investigation. Jack Smith and his team is extremely thorough, and so this was something that we would have anticipated. I looked at this 60-page indictment, and for sure it has a lot to unpack. But this didn't come out of left field. If you follow the breadcrumbs that was left from the original investigation, everything was pointing to the surveillance camera or the lack of footage. Remember, with that original indictment, Walt Nauta was the one that was indicted with the former president, and he was accused of at some point of moving boxes. And they mentioned in that indictment that there was video footage. And so even back to May, when they originally sent over the subpoena in 2022, they knew that there was something going on with attempts to move or remove information. And I think that's what this is pointing to, the removal and attempted removal. That's where you get the obstruction charge. And then the keeping the additional document. I guess they found an additional document, so that's why you have that additional withholding.
Gotcha. So how does this change the case moving forward?
I mean, now you have more defendants potentially. So you have D. Oliveira, who was the property manager who was named yesterday, but you also have Trump employee number 4 and Trump employee number 5. Trump employee number 4 recently, about a few hours ago, was just named as Yusel Taveras. He is the IT director, again, connecting to the surveillance footage. When they mention in here, they're saying there was individuals that were texting back and forth with Walt Nauta. Well, he was texting this Taveras individual to try to figure out, well, can you delete the information that's on the surveillance camera? And it was under the direction, is what this indictment says, of the former president. And so they were all acting on his behalf. That's why everyone is involved in this conspiracy. That's how you can connect everyone together.
Boy, keeping these lawyers very, very busy, and also former President Trump probably a little bit nervous about everything. But when, as far as that other indictment, the third indictment on January 6th, when's the possibility of that happening?
I mean, you would think if you're a gambling person, it would be great to release it today. And so if it's as his defensive team is on their heels already backpedaling from yesterday's announcement. And we got to go back a step. Earlier in the day, they stated that there would be no indictment. Our team met with Jack Smith's team, and there will be no indictment. A few hours later, there's an indictment. Oh, but it's not connected to January 6th. It's connected to something else. I think if I'm Jack Smith and this team, I hit him with the indictment today, but I would assume next week. I mean, what else could you do? I think all the dots have been connected. So at this point, it's like, let's go ahead and get this started, because we got to remember, if we ever want these things to get to trial anytime next year, we got to get the ball rolling, because that trial calendar has to be calendared. We still have the stuff happening in Manhattan. We have the things that could potentially happen in Georgia. There's a number of cases that could take place. And so you want to get in line as fast as you can. But these are significant charges that I would assume, if I'm Jack Smith's team, I'm bringing them instantly.
Meanwhile, Trump is out there campaigning. He's got Iowa. He's got the debate coming up possibly.
I mean, if you're Trump, you got to keep things as business as usual. You're trying to win an election that could potentially, from one legal theory, help, the defense from, that could be maybe his only defense. If I'm the president, I could potentially stop the DOJ from going forward with this case. I hope that doesn't happen. It's my hope that all this plays out. And obviously, he's innocent until proven guilty. But I want the ball to move as fast as it can, so all these facts can get laid out as quick as they can.
Yeah, all right. Our Chief Legal Analyst, Khalif Rhodes, breaking that down for us.